ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯅꯝꯕꯔ 76
First, the top news headlines. 74th Independence Day marked in Manipur. CM against refusal of treatment. Lockdown extended in Manipur till August 31st with more relaxations. Assam Rifles exchanges fire with NSC and K in Nagaland. No casualties. Very good evening and welcome to Times of Manipur. Times of Manipur wishes everyone a very happy Independence Day. This is SURAJ Tabam giving you the news. Now the news in detail. Manipur celebrated the 74th Independence Day today. The state-level celebration was held at the 1st Battalion Manipur Rifles Parade Ground, Imphal, with Chief Minister Sri N. Biren Singh as the chief guest. Chief Minister hosted the national flag amid playing of national anthem. Addressing the gathering, Biren Singh said that the most precious thing is human life and every human is valuable to the government. The government is making all its efforts to contain the deadly disease, he added. He mentioned that the government acknowledges the selfless sacrifice made by the doctors, nurses and other medical staffs in the fight against COVID-19. He lauded a team of doctors of Jenims led by Dr. Tharoism Uthan for rendering their service selflessly towards treating the COVID-19 patients at Jenims. He appealed to the people of the state not to stigmatize the healthcare workers and other frontline warriors. The Chief Minister urged the people to support and cooperate in fighting the deadly COVID-19 disease. Mentioning about the unwanted incidents that happened recently due to denial of admission of patients in hospitals, Chief Minister appealed to the hospitals and doctors not to refuse treatment to any patient. He also warned the hospitals and doctors against denial of treatment to patients. The government has already issued an order in this regard, he added. Stating about the extension of lockdown, Chief Minister said in consultation with the cabinet ministers and members of the Consultative Committee on COVID-19, the government will decide on extension of the lockdown. SOPs and other guidelines will be issued in this regard shortly, he added. Mentioning about the achievements of the present government in war against drugs, Chief Minister said that with the establishment of fast-track court, around 110 persons have been convicted so far in connection with drug-related cases. He said that various drug factories have been busted by the police in various parts of the state. He said that the government will continue the crackdown against drug smuggling. He mentioned that the present government brought smile to the faces of the people and scores of people, including old-age persons, who have been benefited from various schemes such as GTV, ZTH, CMHT, CMST, etc. Chief Minister stated that under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, various development works are being taken up in the Northeast, and therein is peace and development in Northeast India. On the occasion, in recognition of absolute valor and gallant spirit of late rifleman Ratan Salam of 4th Assam Rifles, Chief Minister handed over the cheque of ₹5 lakh to the wife of late rifleman Ratan Salam under the newly instituted scheme called Major Laisram Jotin Singh ex gratia scheme. The Chief Minister handed over the Chief Minister's trophy for Community Service Awards to SP Bisnupur Priyadashri Laisram, Inspector Oinam Ajit Singh and Women Constable Okram Bijeta Devi. The awards for Chief Minister's trophy for anti-drug campaign was also handed over to SP Thobal, Dr. Sarangthem Ibomcha, ASI Anobam Krishna Sharma and Head Constable Moirangthem Rinas Maite. Pauna Brazabasi Award for Best NCC Boy Cadet was given to N. Banti Angom, and Rani Gaidin Liu Award for Best NCC Girl Cadet to Mayang Lambam Nemita Devi. Deputy Chief Minister Y. Jayakumar, Cabinet Ministers, MLAs, Chief Secretary, DGP, top civil, police and military officers and others took part in the celebration.
Lady hospital singi mapuda or doctors the wari sarga ko admit puri ka holi aduna yaringe lady hospital the lady doctors nurses duga staff sing ana bamala ko matam da madugi receipt to goda bani attend to goda bani ana abdullah yen goda bani ase koi kawoshi mamang da thoki ba thokre mamang da thoki bising dugi ekoi madik sana compensate tawna ba do amona thokna ba action koi government ge site ki lokot kani aduga matungdadi anaba hek lakpa khudingma amata district hospital obi CMSC obi any private ki hospital obi anu masi anaba makhal amata ge anaba bu koi covid ni adunia da ni harge excuse tor kan da lain da ba lain admit to ba se to biganu hai kana ai mayam da appeal tawjari.
Security was tightened across the state during the Independence Day celebrations as militant groups called for a total shutdown. The Coordination Committee Corcom and Alliance for Social Unity Kangleipak Asuk, two umbrella bodies of major militant outfits operating in the state, called for a total shutdown today to boycott the Independence Day celebrations. Earlier, 6 banned insurgent outfits in the notice called for a total shutdown in the region for 11 hours from 6 a.m. till 5 p.m. today. Two non-Su Kuki militant outfits in Manipur, the KNF and Kuki National Front, Nellon, and SDFK Socialist Democratic Front of Kukiland, also called to boycott India's 74th Independence Day in all Kuki-dominated areas in Manipur. The coronavirus lockdown in Manipur has been extended till August 31st with more relaxations, even as the state continues to detect new infections of COVID-19 who have no travel history. Issues relating to lockdown and activities that can be allowed were considered during a meeting chaired by Chief Minister and Biren, an official release said today. The complete lockdown in the state has been extended till August 31st until further orders, said Chief Secretary Dr. Rajesh Kumar in an order released to the press. Home delivery of essential commodities and collection, processing, distribution and sale of milk and milk products are allowed. Local retail shops dealing with essential commodities like groceries for daily use and vegetables, fruits, milk booths, poultry and fish will be open in all districts from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on all days except Sundays. Wholesale shops in Thangal Bazaar and Dharamsala sell open from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on all days except Sundays. All standalone shops like shops selling construction materials, hardware, electrical items, cement, etc. located outside Pauna Bazaar, Thangal Bazaar and Nagamapal areas are also allowed to open from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Rostered opening of shops in Thangal Bazaar and Pauna Bazaar will be from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Troops of 45 Assam Rifles exchanged fire with NSCNK militants around 2 a.m. today in Noklug district of Nagaland. According to a report, the gunfight occurred when NSCNK militants attacked the Assam Rifles E Company Noklug IT Sedan. There were no casualties in the gun battle, the report added. The NSCNK had signed ceasefire with the center in 2001 but unilaterally abrogated it in March 2015. Well, it's time for a short commercial break. Do stay tuned.
ama kaubiraganu ngasi numidang pung 8:45 taba matamda adonggidamak sandokchagadoriba thoramda Rosie Hextamdagi adomna khoidabiba isai kaya aikhogi number 7629943543 gi khuthangda khanbirakpaga loinana wari watai sanabiu ngaihat nungaina pothabiu.
Welcome back after the break. With an increase of about 65,000 cases in 24 hours, India's COVID-19 tally crossed the 25 lakh mark today. Close to 1,000 deaths were also reported within the span of a day. There are now total 25,26,196 cases in the country, including 6,68,220 active cases, 18,08,937 discharged or migrated, and 49,036 deaths. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, addressing the nation on Independence Day, said that the country's scientists have been working day and out to develop a vaccine against COVID-19. In Manipur, the coronavirus case tally has gone up to 4,390, with 192 people being tested positive for the virus in the last 24 hours. The fresh cases were detected at various diagnostic centers across the state. Now, the number of active cases in the state is 1,939. So far, 2,438 patients have been recovered and discharged. The recovery rate in the state stands at 55.53%, according to the state COVID-19 Command Control Room. In his address to the nation on the occasion of India's 74th Independence Day, Prime Minister Narendra Modi Saturday applauded frontline workers fighting against novel coronavirus. He said India was going through a unique phase owing to the pandemic, but would come out victorious thanks to the resolve of the people. Prime Minister Modi highlighted the importance to make India self-reliant, saying it was not just a word but should be a mantra for all countrymen. Prime Minister Modi launched a national digital health mission and said it will usher in a revolution in India's health sector. He said every Indian will now get a unique health ID. He also said the country must not only make in India but also make for the world. Prime Minister Modi's 7th straight Independence Day address comes days after he performed the Bhumi Puja of Ram Temple in Ayodhya and amid a standoff at the border with Chinese troops. In a strong message to Pakistan and China, without taking names of either country, Prime Minister Modi said, those who challenge India's sovereignty, be it LOC or LAC, have been given a befitting reply in their own language. What India can do, the world has seen it in Ladakh. Talking about Jammu and Kashmir, the Prime Minister said India is committed to holding assembly elections in the valley once the limitation exercise is complete. The Manipur High Court also celebrated the 74th Independence Day at its complex in Imphal. Chief Justice, Manipur High Court Justice Ramalingam Sudhakar, Justice L.S. Jamir, Justice K.H. Nobin Singh and Justice A. Bimal Singh attended the program. Justice Ramalingam Sudhakar unfurled the Indian tricolour during the function. The annual report of Manipur State Legal Services Authority for the year 2019 was also released during the function. Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee MPCC also celebrated the 74th Independence Day of the country at Congress Bhavan in Imphal. Congress Legislature Party Leader O. Ibobi, Congress Working Committee Member Gaikhangam, PCC President M. Okendro, MLAs, former MLAs, party leaders and PCC office bearers attended the function. PCC President M. Okendro unfurled the tricolour at the event. In his speech, Okendro underlined on the need of everyone in the country to stand united for a better nation. He also recounted the contributions of Congress leaders in India's freedom movement in the past.
Manipur ki miyam da chinga masung tamda lebiriba Manipur ki praja khuding makta Congress Party ki maigai degi kaifa paujel pijari loinana Bharat puning kha tamda ba hona bada party sigi leader singna 1885 tagi hona duna lakhiba sigi numisida nauna ning singjari loinana simlaba leader singsina pibiramba ngasigi ning tamba se ehuriba ekhoi punamangna party ki karmi ekhoi punamangna ngak na chatuna Manipur da masung Bharata punbagi saktam kahendaba loinana thodoendona Manipur miyam da akhoi na thamjari se party ki side tagi laiba singa iba khuding mak akhoi punna lebina duna thena mina si roina na yamna tangdu leitaba ing chippa Manipur mo hensi haiba yai pe paujel media ki kuthang da Manipur miyam da pijari.
Imphal East District Administration also celebrated the 74th Independence Day of India at the DC Office Complex in Porompat, Imphal East. Imphal East Deputy Commissioner Rangita Bali Vaikom, Imphal East Superintendent of Police Jogesh Chandra Hawizam along with other top police officials attended the function. DC Rangita Bali unfurled the Indian tricolour during the celebration. She also handed out a simple gift to police personnel for displaying excellent service at the occasion. Thoubal District Administration celebrated the 74th Indian Independence Day at Mini Secretariat Complex in District Headquarters today. Thoubal District Deputy Commissioner and Bandana Devi hosted the Indian national flag during the function. The DC received salute from a contingent of 9 police constables commanded by Yaripok SDPO K Dhananjoy Singh at the event. The 74th Independence Day of India was marked in Kaching District. The function was organized by the District Administration at Kaching DC Office Complex. Deputy Commissioner Arambam Valentina, Kaching Municipal Council Chairperson and top police and civil officials attended the function. DC Arambam Valentina opened the program by unfurling the tricolour. According to our Kaching correspondent, Kaching Subdivisional Police Officer Pukram Sarat was the commander of today's Independence Day parade. Certificates of appreciation were given to district police personnel, municipal council sanitary workers and others at the function.
Martyrs life give up freedom fighters now. Adu bunu now the mission of the in the Piram Zero Hamse, as if meaning Samuel. When the society say, Adu give basis to the always remembering the sacrifices that these people made for us. Let us remember what they did for us and fight for a better society. Society Abhabama, save the Bonasi, where we think of each other, Amala Kara, Mushinanaba, Amala Mogi the Motakara, sacrifice the Nova, I did the Motak Chai with other Kandaba, Aduma society, but almost save the Bonasi.
Amid tight security, the Jiribam District Administration commemorated the 74th Independence Day at the DC Bungalow in Jiribam. District Deputy Commissioner W. Malim Nganba Chenglei attended the function as chief guest. He hosted the national flag. The DC received salute from a contingent comprising Jiribam Fire Service personnel commanded by Subdivisional Police Officer Thangzam Sanatomba Singh. Proprietor of Prem Brothers Enterprises, Jiribam KSH Prem Dash Singh at the occasion presented Sangai Memento to Municipal Council Chairperson, Deputy Commissioner, Superintendent of Police, Commandant of 7th IRB, ADC Jiribam, Additional Superintendent of Police and Chief Medical Officer of Jiribam. District Administration Bisnupur also celebrated the 74th Independence Day amid the COVID-19 lockdown and shutdown imposed by militant groups at the new mini secretariat complex Bisnupur by maintaining the government laid down COVID-19 protocols. According to our Bisnupur correspondent, the Bisnupur District Deputy Commissioner Nita Arambam unfurled the tricolour during the program. A band of VDF Bisnupur sang patriotic songs at the function. Oinam Constituency MLA and Chairman of Manipur Pollution Control Board L. Radhakishore, Additional Superintendent of Police Bisnupur L.O. Luikham Lamio and a host of officials were present at the function. Let's take another short commercial break. Stay tuned.
Siri Siri Gaurachandraya Nama Purvasramda Aikhoi Khwai Pumnamakpu Konbiramba Sri Khundrakpam Ibobi Singna Magi Nungsizaraba Imung Manung Sagai Natai Amadi Marup Mapang Khwai Pumnamakpu Thadoklamlaga Haukiba Tang Nipan Thawangi Kun Nipan Bathangza Numitta Sri Gurugi Kripadagi Besolaga Sri Biswambar Das haiba nam phangzaduna Brindavan Prapti Oikre Lakliba Tang Tarahumdoi Ing Thawangi Kun Mari Nipan ba Sagon Se Numitta Asi Sanchay Lokhatjaraga Lakliba Tang Kun Mathoi Langban Gi Hum Nipan ba Irai Numita Leikhidrabagi Shraddha Din Thokle Hairiba Thoramasi COVID-19 na maram oiraga imung manung sagai nate khaktamak pangthokjaragani masida Leikhidrabaga loinaramba tinaramba marumapang singna warobitanaba nolukchariba Khundrakpam Chandrakala Devi amadi imung manung sing Lairenjam Mayailekai
Anauba feature single loinana lecture Datsun Ready Go distinctive LED DRLS, 20-inch 32cm infotainment screen, smart drive auto, spacious cabin, flexible storage capacity, intuitive reverse parking assist camera, starting price 3 lakh. Booking kidama ngasi maglengsin birau Island Nissan Kanchipur near Standard Robert Higher Secondary School.
Welcome back. President of BJP Khundrakpa Mandal M. Debaratan said today that the NAPSA allocated rice for July month is yet to be distributed to the beneficiaries of Khundrakpam till now. He said that there are reports of lifting the rice. He mentioned that distribution of rice for June was also delayed. It has been learned that the lifted rice has been kept at the godown of local MLA's residence at Sagolmang, said Debaratan. He appealed to the concerned authority to distribute the rice at the earliest.
Local MLA na koi ki fair price of hangbi ba koi ki asigum laba agency ngasi ki mathakta thaja bidaba lebi ragadi koi asigum laba fair price so hangbi ba sing asi mutat piro loina koi fair price of hang asi koi leiriba local club amadi mara pai sing da sinabiro haiduna koi na mandal ki maikai degi anasi masu appeal tokjari loina na asigum laba koi na hek hai baga Yan Torokpa, do a Siki Mongs da Takudism Sata than a Leragadi, Koi Masiki Mongsi Madi, Koi Mandalna, Kanamong the Yabungam Zalo, Maramaduna, Hiram Sing Matang da, Koi Mari Lainaba, Kudimunaso Kanami, Sangi Nava, Pung Sinjari.
The 74th Independence Day was celebrated in Technopole district. This celebration started with Technopole Deputy Commissioner M. Rajkumar hosting the tricolor. Additional Superintendent of Police Operations M. Amit was the parade commander. The DC received the salute. Technopole District Police SPTH Vikramjit, ASPTH Krishnatombi and officers from different government departments were also present. DC Rajkumar and SP Vikramjit handed over certificates of appreciation to government officials and members of KSO in recognition of their service to the people. DC Rajkumar lauded the contribution of health workers and other frontline workers in the fight against COVID-19 pandemic. DC Rajkumar also lauded Technopole District Police SP for setting up a separate quarantine center for the police department.
The department full commitment so far district one of the least affected Masinga 20 positive cases, one of the least affected in Manipur. Masing PE haibagi akoida harauba nungaiba haibagi wakalom da sanction nate. We should try to maintain that momentum. Akoy hojik Lairiba state local transmission laktana bhona community transmission laktana bhona district sida thoi activities kuding mak government piriba protocols and guidelines koi follow tawrabra tawdribra haibagi nikup naum singna koi yengduna leiba ma darkar tai.
Units and sectors under the command of Headquarter IGAR South celebrated the 74th Independence Day 2020 throughout the state today. 9 Sector Assam Rifles along with all its battalions celebrated this significant day with students and parents of Assam Rifles Public School ARPS. The troops as well as the children participated with full zeal and vigor in their traditional attires. As part of celebrations and to strive towards pursuing the Go Green initiative, the battalions of 9 Sector Assam Rifles carried out tree plantation at various locations. Meanwhile, Mantripukri Battalion carried out a red laying and flag hosting function at the battalion headquarters and flag hosting at all company operating bases. Similarly, Chandal Battalion celebrated the 74th Independence Day with the children of the orphanage home, Natham Village, Chandal. Stationery items, clothes, notebooks, pencils and dresses were distributed to children on the occasion. More Battalion also celebrated 74th Independence Day with Jehovah Jireh Children's Home, More. Around 40 kids and staffers of the children's home enthusiastically participated in Independence Day celebration. The 74th Independence Day was celebrated today by maintaining social distancing at Rabindranath Tagore University in Assam's Hosai district. Professor Amalendu Chakraborty, Vice Chancellor of the university, received the Guard of Honor from the NCC unit of the university. The VC unfurled the tricolor at the function. Chakraborty, in his speech, recalled the freedom fighters of the country and appealed to the youth to be honest towards the nation. Awards were also distributed to students of the university. A voluntary blood donation camp was held at Caesar Hospital, Imphal today to mark the birth anniversary of Apunba Iraibaki Mahiroi Singh Phanglop, AIMS, President Roman Kumuzam and Publicity Secretary Sayonba Waikhom. 10 volunteers donated blood during the camp. Second World War Imphal Campaign Foundation today commemorated the 75th anniversary of the end of World War II at the Imphal War Cemetery. Lok Sabha MP Dr. R.K. Ranjan led the participants in paying floral tributes to soldiers and civilians who were killed during the Second World War. MP Dr. Ranjan also released a book titled Yening Hunba at the occasion. Continuing with extension of aid to people belonging to different ethnic groups in remote places of Manipur amid the lockdown, social activist Dr. Alison Abonmai along with Chingtam Women's Development Association Manipur today provided edibles to selected 100 members of Kaching District Social Welfare Development Committee. District Social Welfare Development Committee President Reverend Moirangthem Devendra lauded Dr. Alison and Chingtam Women Development Association for the noble act.
Later Masida Oja Sina Tongan later Mui Kiada my Namjava Ching Chak Angamakada Kogi Imnaksa Mugumada Asishi and Tuksavani.
The teaching and non-teaching staffs of New Life Academy Uchathol Jiribam condoled the sudden demise of Haurongbam Somendro Singh on August 13th last at his Uchathol residence in Jiribam district. Let Somendra serve as a teacher at New Life Academy for a long time. The teaching and non-teaching staffs of the school today observe a 1-minute silence at the school premises as a mark of respect to the departed soul. Personnel of Bishnupur District Village Defence Force have expressed happiness over Bishnupur District Superintendent of Police Priya Darshini Laishram receiving the Chief Minister's trophy today at the state-level 74th Independence Day celebration held at Imphal. The woman police officer along with her team has been playing a vital role in the fight against drug menace in the district and developmental activities in the state. Before we wind up, let's have a quick look at the top news headlines once again. 74th Independence Day marked in Manipur. CM against refusal of treatment. Lockdown extended in Manipur till August 31st with more relaxations. And Assam Rifles exchanges fire with NSCNK in Nagaland, no casualties. Well, that's all for now. Keep watching Times of Manipur.